Governors are drawing from past experiences to push for procedures that will ensure justice for individuals facing impeachment, such as the head of state and his deputy, county governors and their deputies, and cabinet secretaries. Although the Constitution provides for impeachment of elected and appointed leaders as part of accountability mechanisms, there have been concerns that the provision has been hijacked by MCS and some MPs to settle political scores.
So again, as we develop these new systems, we have to be careful.
I sat down with a man who had sour relations with his MCS and presented the governor's recommendations on the proposed legislation, Professor Kibwana.
We are not running away from, if you do wrong things, you must be treated like everybody else.
Kibwana was among county bosses who, before the last general election, raised concern that some legislators were turning impeachment into a money-minting tool by expressing support for or appending signatures to an impeachment motion in the hope that they will be bribed to withdraw their support.
It's only the governors who appear to be targeted, and MPs. The MPs and MCS, there are provisions of recall. When you are not performing, when you are doing wrong things, you should also be removed. But that doesn't happen. So one can have the feeling that governors, and by extension, devolution at that level is under attack.
Embu Governor Martin Wambora stood the test of time. He was ousted several times by his MCS and rubber-stamped by senators. But like a man with 9 lives, he was saved by the courts. Wambora is on record as he accused Embu County legislators then of trying to twist him. As members of the Senate's Legal Committee seek views on the bill, governors want a raft of counter-checks put in place to ensure only genuine impeachment cases go through at each level.
So that when you are impeached successfully, you cannot say it's vendetta. You cannot say that certain county assembly members are ganging to remove you. You can't say that there are some senators who have lobbied the others because they want to be governors, so that the provisions are robust.
The bill gives the House speakers veto powers to determine the admissibility of impeachment motions, while respective speakers of county assemblies will also determine the admissibility of motions against governors and their deputies. The bill further suggests the period within which court proceedings on impeachment will be concluded.
And also judicial protection, so that if somebody takes you to impeachment, outside Article 181 of the Constitution, the article on impeachment, which says what are the reasons, particularly doing things that go against the Constitution. If somebody does that, then the court should intervene and say that this is not a legitimate process. Instead of waiting until the very end, and then you are told now you can go to court at the very end, when from the beginning, the reason that you are being impeached for is not in the Constitution.
Enoch Sikolia, Citizen TV, in the county of Nairobi.